Now, your News 8 forecast first.
Happy Friday, everybody. A good Friday morning to you. Temperatures right now upper 70s and low 80s, so it is on the mild side. It's pretty sticky still. Heading out the door early this morning. Cold front just has moved through. Some clouds lingering just behind it with a couple of showers out toward the Niagara Frontier and near Buffalo. So, yeah, I can't rule out a spotty shower, thunder shower this morning. A little post-frontal shower possible, and then more in the way of sunny vols late morning into the afternoon. Temperatures going to be much cooler, low 80s. Talk more about your forecast in a bit. News 8 at Sunrise starts now.
Now on News 8.
Saying sorry to Karen was a big part of healing this wound that's been opened.
A father apologizes for his son's role in a local act of bullying that's attracting national attention. One man is recovering after he was shot several times on Rochester's north side. A man is shot and killed outside a Rochester bar. Today, its owners will meet with city leaders to discuss the bar's future.
Live from WROC, this is News 8 at Sunrise.
Good morning. It is 5 o'clock on your Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Tina Shively. Katrina is off today. It's a story that's caught the nation's attention. The bullying of Greece school bus monitor Karen Klein by 4 Athena middle school students. In a story you'll see only on 8, we were there as the father of one of the boys apologized to Klein.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you didn't do it. Thank you.
I apologize.
I mean,
There's no excuse.
No.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of that. But I really broke my heart. And, I shed a lot of tears thinking about it.
As you see, it was an emotional moment for both Karen Klein and Robert Helm. He's the father of one of the boys on that bus who taunted Klein. Helm walked right up to Klein's house to offer an apologize for his son's actions. Afterwards, we talked with Helm.
It's hard to explain, saying sorry to Karen was a big part of healing this wound that's been opened. And hopefully people will see this and see that we are reaching out and trying to do the right thing here. My family's been just harassed unbelievably since this whole thing has started, and I'm hoping that this will help heal those wounds. I gave her a big hug and just explained to her how sorry I was that this whole thing happened, and she seemed like she was receiving it. She accepted the apology.
Now, Klein tells News 8 she does not want the boys to face any criminal charges. She'd like the school district to discipline the boys instead. However, she told us she would welcome an apology from them. A rally will take place for Klein tonight. It's planned for 7 at the Apollo Middle School that's located on Maiden Lane in Greece. CBS News national correspondent Jim Axelrod is in Greece covering the Karen Klein story for CBS this morning. I'll speak with him right here on Sunrise at 6:30, live from Athena Middle School. And you can stay with News 8 to watch his full report on CBS this morning. That's starting at 7. We have several resources dedicated to battling bullies on our website. Just head to rochesterhomepage.net and look for the banner there on the front page. Turning to overnight news now, one man was shot several times in Rochester. It happened just after 1 o'clock this morning. Police say the 28-year-old Rochester man was shot on Agnes Street and then found on Cleon Street. He was taken to Strong Hospital. He is in surgery this morning. Police tell us they are still looking for that suspect. And 2 people were taken to the hospital after they were shot on Rochester's west side. Police were called to a shooting on the corner of Lexington and Dewey Avenue. This happening just before 9 o'clock last night. Investigators tell us they found 2 victims on the next street over. A 29-year-old man was shot in the hip. A 30-year-old man was shot in both his arms and his torso. Both were taken to Strong. They had non-life-threatening injuries. Police tell us they continue to investigate this morning. And Rochester's Police Chief Jim Shepard says officers involved in a deadly shooting on Locust Street on Thursday morning were justified in their actions. Shepard says 20-year-old Israel Andino fired a gun at police just before 7:30 Thursday morning. 7 officers returned fire, killing Andino. Friends and neighbors held a vigil for Andino. He would have celebrated his 20th birthday yesterday. Witnesses dispute the police version of events, saying Andino never fired his gun and that officers used excessive force.
The police shot like 15 or 20 shots, but there was like a firecracker. Boom, 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 boom.
They attempted to deploy a less lethal option, a taser. This option was ineffective, and their subsequent actions were unavoidable. However, they were consistent with their training.
Mayor Tom Richards calls the shooting a tragedy and says it will be investigated. Police responded to Locust Street after Andino called 911, telling that dispatcher that he stabbed his mother. That mother's injuries are non-life-threatening. Following Rochester's recent gun violence, the federal prosecutor for Western New York is making an appeal this morning. U.S. Attorney William Hochul says police need your help to solve crime. Last year was one of the safest on record in Rochester. This year, however, is a very different story. The city has 14 unsolved homicides and a higher rate of gun violence. In each case, including Monday night's murder outside the Bug Jar, police say they're frustrated by witnesses' reluctance to tell them what they know. Hochul visited our studios yesterday to ask that the public take a stand against violence.
Law enforcement can't solve these crimes without the witnesses coming forward. For these reasons, I am appealing to the public, if they have seen something, whether it be the Bug Jar episode or others, please report it to law enforcement, and we, for our part, will do our best to get these killers and thugs off the streets.
We have Hochul's entire interview on our website. Go to rochesterhomepage.net and look for this story there on the front page. Well, the owners of popular Rochester bar, the Bug Jar, will meet with police this morning to find out if they will be able to stay open. Devon Hernandez Ruffin was killed after a fight broke out during a rap concert at the bar on Sunday night. This is video from that event. The bar has had 3 violations since March, giving the city the right to shut it down. Now, owners didn't wait for that to happen. They've already temporarily closed the bar down voluntarily. That meeting will happen at 10 o'clock this morning at City Hall. Time now for a check of our morning forecast. Here's John.
Yes, thank you very much, Tina. And we had the steam and the heat yesterday, low to mid 90s, 90 to 95, 90 here in Rochester for the 4th time this year already. 93 in Dansville, 91 in Penn Yan, 95. They really cooked it up there in the Cuse. Cooler in Buffalo due to the cooler waters of Lake Erie and a little influence off the lake. Okay, you see the temperatures right now close to 70, so you're like, okay, it's not any really different than yesterday or the day before that, John. So what gives here? I thought it was going to turn cooler. It is going to turn cooler as we go through the day today and less humid. Right now still sticky and warm. Cold front is moving its way across western New York right now and taking its sweet time in doing so, and there's more clouds drifting into the area from the west as a result of the front, and a couple of post-frontal showers out over Lake Erie and near Buffalo and Niagara Falls. So a shower or two cannot be ruled out this morning, but then as we go into the late morning, especially this afternoon, we'll see this little skinny band of clouds get out of here, and we'll see a lot of sunshine in the wake of that cold front and also the cloud band here. As some cooler, drier air builds in as we roll into later today and right into the weekend. So your temperature futurecast to put into motion. Temperatures warm to start, but we're not going to see a ton of temperature rise, so we should make the low 80s during the midday first part of the afternoon. And then tonight, nice and comfy, going to feel nice, mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. So there's your forecast for today. Looking at temperatures in the low 80s for highs. We're talking some morning clouds, a spotty shower or two or thunder shower this morning. A lot of sunshine late morning into the afternoon develops for everybody. Turns into really a nice day. For tonight, looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, partly cloudy and pleasant.
When people say they like summer, this is the kind of weather they usually like, not that 90s stuff, right?
Not the steamy, unbearable stuff
Yeah.
we've had the last couple of days. Yeah.
All right, John, thank you so much.
Sure.
It is 5:08 this morning. Coming up, the U.S. may spend the most money on health care, but life expectancy in the U.S. still lags behind other developed countries. We'll have the latest from a new study. And new research shows that some stress in your life can actually be good for you. We'll tell you the reason why.
You're watching the team you can trust, Katrina Irwin, and Rochester's most accurate forecast with meteorologist John DePasquale. This is News 8 at Sunrise.